Here are 5 tips for fishing for beginners that I use that just might improve your fishing. Tip number 1, try using cocktail baits or twin baits. Cocktail baits are just simply more than one bait on the hook. So if you're not getting bites, sometimes adding a different bait to your hook might just stimulate a bite and get another fish onto the bank on a day when they're not necessarily biting. Sometimes that combination is deadly, and it can be used for both freshwater and saltwater. Just using different types of baits on the same hook sometimes will get an extra fish. Number 2, use a snap swivel on your main line rather than threading the sinker directly onto it. If you do that, you're able to quickly change the weight. You're just simply clipping on or clipping off the weight. If the conditions are changing and there's a very short bite window, you might quickly need to change from a heavy weight to a light weight or whatever. You can quickly put on a bigger weight if you need to, or take that off and put on something smaller, or a burley cage if you need to, so that you can take advantage of the conditions at the time. Otherwise, what you've got to do is you've got to cut the line, thread on a new sinker, then tie everything back on. Much faster, and sometimes it'll get you that extra fish. Number 3, always carry a pair of pliers and some paper clips with you when you go fishing. Why? Because you can change a weight. If you don't have a sinker that is the right size to put onto your line to carry the weight, or to hold bottom while you're fishing, you can make up various types of weights just the right size by using a paper clip, thread it through, bend it round, and then you can clip that on your line, and you can make exactly what you need if you have a range of sinkers and some paper clips to bend onto them. If you're interested in more detail on how I've made those, I'll put the link below in the comments for the video that I put on making these types of sinkers. Tip number 4, carry a sewing needle, because a sharp pointy needle like this with a little tip like that will help you tease out knots in your tackle. So sometimes, rather than have to cut off and re-tackle again because you've got some knots, you can tease out the knot, get your line straight and get back in fishing. Something like that is really, really helpful to have in your tackle box. A sewing needle, a pin, something with a point on it will get those knots out of the way and get you back fishing faster. Tip number 5, always have some way of creating a float. What do I mean by that? Carry some poly balls in your tackle box. These little foam balls can act as a float. The number of times I've been fishing where the conditions were such that there was a lot of fish high in the water, when I've been after trout, when I've been after mullet, when I've gone somewhere and I've seen that there's garfish in there, you can always quickly make up a float just by threading on some of these poly balls of different sizes onto your line, and suddenly you've got a homemade float that works really effectively. So keep these little poly balls. They're made out of polystyrene. You can get them in tackle stores, and they work really well as a float, which is sometimes essential in your fishing, and you don't have to carry a range of floats with you. If you haven't got a float, use one of these. If you've enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. And for the gear and tactics I'm using, go to my website, howtofish.com.au. See you next time.